was going to try and hold my mule on this topic, but if I read another story about a basketball player who won't pay child support, and now the woman's coming to the media and suing him and crying, woe is me, because I want $15,000 a month in child support, and wah wah wah, I'm liable to jump out of my skin. See, let me just say this. You will get no tears of sympathy from me because you had a child with someone who now isn't trying to help you support them. If the person that you had a child with is a professional athlete or just a known rich person who cut you off, or if the person was a bum when you met them and now, you know, you want them to not be so bum-like. I mean, I'm not excusing the deadbeat dads. There are those out there and women that are struggling and can really help. And it is sad when a woman is struggling to take care of a child that it took two people to make. Where you lose my sympathy is when you turn up on a show like Maury, carrying on, crying, and making a whole big production, and Maury, he don't do nothing, and la 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 la. Because let me start with the guests on talk shows. You slept with that fool, and I'm willing to bet that before you turned up pregnant, there were all types of signs and red flags and indications that he's a bum. I'm positive, in fact. So you proceed to engage in activity with this deadbeat. A child comes out of it, and you are surprised and crying to Maury or Jeremy Kyle or all the rest of those shows, Bill Cunningham, etc., crying to them about how he doesn't take care and doesn't do this and doesn't do that. He was a bum when you met him. He was a bum when you were messing with him. So then when somebody gets up enough sense to be like, well, why you messing with him? Because I love him. Well, take that mess that's not love and get off my TV screen because I'm not going to cry for you. Self-control. Try that. So, but what takes me to the top today is these women that have kids with the professional athletes. I mean, it's kind of a hard argument to try and sell it to us like you're not a gold digger. Every woman that dates a professional athlete that turns up pregnant by him is not a gold digger. I'll say that. Haven't met all of them, so I can't say that they all are or are not. But for you to ask for $15,000 a month to take care of an infant is just a little ridiculous to me because I just don't think it costs $15,000 a month. Yes, baby food and all of that is expensive, but I just don't think you need $15,000 a month now. Or even when the child is 5. The most recent story is about a basketball player named Quincy Doobie and his ex-girlfriend Tanya Raymond. Doobie's 28, used to play for the Kings, now plays overseas, made $2 million last year. Raymond is 28, who is suing her ex for $15,000 a month in child support for their daughter, who is 5. They were living together up until 7 months ago when Raymond kicked her out because he began seeing other women. So he kicked out this girl. Doobie kicked out Raymond, his ex-girlfriend, and the daughter. As a result of getting the boot, now she is trying to, get some of the money. He got them an apartment, though. Kicked her out, but got them a place to stay, but stopped paying the rent after a few months. And now this young woman's daughter is on Medicaid. So her quote is, that's right, her father makes millions of dollars a year playing professional basketball, and she has public funded health care. Doobie, the basketball player, says he's been paying $1,500 a month for his daughter's entire life. That's 5 years. And has been providing for all her needs. He says it's just about money for her at this point. All these basketball shows on TV, girls are watching it, and they want that kind of life. The ex-girlfriend, Raymond, her lawyer, says she's not a gold digger. But I'm inclined to agree with the athlete. $1,500 a month. If the $1,500 is going just to the care of the 5-year-old child, she should be doing all right. If this woman still works or whatever, if she ever worked, if she works, then the $1,500 a month from him is taking care of her right nicely. You think you deserve to walk around with the big expensive bags and go to all the exclusive parties and everything else like you see on TV. Why would you think such a thing? Don't let these reality shows fill you with pipe dreams. It's so ridiculous. Why do you need $15,000 a month for a 5-year-old? Even if she's going to a private school, which, are you in school when you're 5? Okay. Let's say she's really smart. She's in the first grade. She'd have to be really, really smart. Skip the kindergarten and things. You still don't need $15,000 a month. So I think it's getting ridiculous with the courts being clogged up with these lawsuits. Just because he makes millions of dollars, what do? Did you help train him and help him? Did you help him get into the NBA? Because you were with him since before he was famous, and you got him on, and you were supporting him before he got on, and now he got on, and now you think he owes you something? Maybe you have a discussion, you have an argument there. But if this isn't that, he just chose you. You ended up getting knocked up. Now he don't want to be with you anymore, and also you want $15,000. Please stop. You get no tears from me. And anytime I hear any story about a woman who messed with a basketball player and has a child, and now the dude don't want to pay any more money, and it's just like, oh, and he won't do anything for his child. Like, you trying to paint him like he's bad, but you weren't saying that when you was all shacked up in his house. You shouldn't even have had a child with him before he wifed you up. Let's just be real. You get no tears from me, because if you have had your foot down beforehand and let him wife you up first, we wouldn't be in this predicament. You'd be entitled to that money. So you want to be entitled to his money now, even though you were never his wife. So let's just be real. You made a poor decision, and now you're trying to tear that man's character down in the media because he won't give you $15,000 a month, so you can go get stuff that you couldn't afford and really don't need. Unless it is in writing that every cent he gives you is for the child, and you not walking around driving no new car, making no payments on a new car, living in no new house, and living no plush life in a penthouse suite, and all up on the red carpet, and trying to be on TV and in newspapers and stuff. Until I see him writing that my money I'd be sending is not going to any of that extra mess, you're not getting a dime out of me. I don't agree with deadbeat dads. So I don't know if the man's lying when he says he's been given $1,500 a month. That sounds like the truth. I don't know why you'd make that up. Because if I'm gonna make up something, if I'm gonna make up an amount of what I gave to a woman, I'd be like, yeah, I give her $3,000 a month for that child. I'm making a good number. The greed is what disgusts me. You weren't thinking about the child when you were shacking up. Now that he gave you the boot, even though he got you a place to live, now you want to try and paint him like he's so bad. Oh, he stopped paying the rent. I'm going to go mess up his character. Pay your own damn rent. It disgusts me. One story of credibility I'll give is when I first heard the story about Chris Bosh's baby's mother. And I was just like, I'm so tired of these stories. Ladies, y'all chose them. I blame you. But Chris Bosh's baby's mom, in her defense, the child was planned. And I mean, there's video of that, and I saw it. So the child was planned, and he was happy. The plan was they were going to get together, and then I don't know. He woke up one day and decided he was done and left or whatever, and married somebody else and have another kid with her. And for her standpoint, she can't afford it, and I don't know if he doesn't pay anything. I don't know what that is. I don't think she's trying to get thousands of thousands, but I see how her situation, you get sympathy from me because, like, yeah, he pretty much gamed you. He pretty much just lied to you and tricked you, knocked you up, having y'all talking about playing their lives together. Child is here, and all of a sudden he's just like, oh, I'm done. And you see, though, but you see, that's why you don't just. I don't care how much money somebody has. You're not finna just game me out of just my morals. Because even in this woman's interview, I can't think of her name, Chris Bosh's baby's mom. Even in her interview, she was just like, the question was posed, why didn't y'all get married first? You planned the baby. Why didn't you plan the wedding first? Which, it's always going to be my question. And she was just kind of like, there was talk of a wedding. I mean, the baby was coming first, and then we were going to get married. And I'm just like, that still doesn't make sense to me. Like, that's not logical. If I'm listening to this, somebody came up to me with that idea. I don't care who it is. Chris Bosh, Jay-Z, somebody making the richest person walking face this earth. No. I'm good enough to have a baby, but you don't want to marry me? You don't want to marry me first? No. Because, me just thinking logically, there'd be nothing, no paper, no nothing, to stop him from waking up and deciding, yep, this was fun. I'm done now. Because that's showing off what he did. And not to say a wedding license stops someone from doing that. But then, again, here you'd be entitled to what's yours. And it doesn't have to be a whole let's go to the newspapers to tear down his character. He made this promise to me. We plan to have this child. We were married. I just feel like you have more of a leg to stand on if you were married. If you allow yourself to shack up with a man and let him knock you up, but you're not stupid. Let's just be real, ladies. Y'all aren't. You know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. Soon as you're pregnant by that athlete, you are instantly like, oh, cha-ching. So even if he thinks he's going to cheat, even if he thinks he's leaving me, he's going to be giving money the rest of his life because I have his child. We're not stupid over here. So I really think why you get no sympathy from me, because I know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. You knew what you were doing when you know what I'm saying, found out you were pregnant. Not to say everybody was all singing just, oh, happy day. That probably isn't the case. But in the back of your mind, you're just like, well, he's got money. So I'm going to get knocked up by somebody, unless it's somebody with money. But now that he's done with you, you're trying to, paint him as a deadbeat. You gets none over here with me. You gets none. And I think it would just behoove you to keep your business to yourself, because all I do is look at the woman and be like, now, why did you let him play you this way? Just why did you let that happen? You want $15,000 a month to take care of a 5-year-old? Girl, please. I think you get further along if you ask for something more reasonable.